Okie doke then. I feel like you're stepping on my turf.
You're the sanctity of you has been fouled.
I mean, that's just, yeah. Hey Harley, has your sanctity been fouled recently?
I just got here. What the fuck does that even mean?
Harley hasn't played a video game that came out before 2011.
Oh,
Probably.
okay.
Shut the fuck up. I've played video games that were on the original Nintendo. The issue is that I haven't played anything after 1999 and before 2011. Just really old shit and really new shit. No classics.
Then how come you haven't played, Oh, okay, so between 99 and 2011, you didn't play any games.
I played games. I just didn't play anything that came out in those years. Except Metal Gear. I played Metal Gear. I played all.
Harley, have you heard of this game called Diablo?
I'm familiar with it because everybody who exists is familiar with it.
What if Diablo on your PlayStation console?
I'm begging you to say it correctly, dude.
You mean, Diablo?
Diablo?
Diablo.
I'll manifest inside your colon.
Oh, Jesus.
Inky.
I will give you a bowel disorder.
Joke's on you.
Way ahead of you.
Like, dudes above 30, yeah, we're all fucked.
Yeah, listen, I take my ADHD meds once and I'm good. If I ever need to do a colonoscopy, I'm ready to go. Anyway, yeah, we're playing the ideal form of Diablo.
Right, which you mentioned was
The PlayStation, the PSX version, of course.
Right, in split screen multiplayer.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that at some point.
Oh, okay. Load game.
Yeah.
You've already played?
I played a little bit to test it out. I made a warrior. His name is Bill. I've always preferred playing Diablo 1 as a sorcerer.
Woo! Oh, I almost broke that plate.
Honestly, I if I was gonna stream Diablo, for serious, I'd stream Hellfire because that's funny.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the monk class, even though it was made by Sierra.
Yeah, and then there's the two dummied out classes that you can re-enable by adjusting a config file.
Wait, that's the thing?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the bard and the barbarian. They use the warrior and rogue's appearance, but they have their own stats and abilities.
Oh, okay.
So like,
Okay,
yeah,
I do vaguely remember this.
Anyway, look at this. It's Diablo, but I'm using the D-pad to control my D-manlow instead of clicking.
Does it auto pick up gold?
No, I just have to press square, though.
Ugh. Missed opportunity. They could have made this the better version.
See, I'm definitely at the point in my life where, I preferred to play Diablo 3 with a controller. If I ever play 4, I'll probably feel the same way.
See, I'm at the point in my life where I never want to play Diablo again.
What, you like your wrist too much?
No, I just don't. I don't like
You
what
don't
they
like
did with Diablo 3.
treadmills?
Meow mix.
Okay,
I would
but hear me
actually
out.
rather play
Diablo
Diablo 3
1.
again.
Oh wow.
Uh-huh.
Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 look simultaneously remarkably similar but entirely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diablo
And
2
then
was
they-
in development for a very long time.
This is a horrible UI. I hate this.
Oh yeah,
It's
well, how
different
about
than the PC one.
Y'all remember the Champion of Norath games?
Uh-huh.
yeah?
I do. I remember when you ran out of mana with the Barbarian, you would just go, no mana.
Yeah. Did you know that there was an evil playthrough for both of those games?
Yeah.
You got
But-
your missions from like the evil lady whose titties were in like a skeleton bra.
But just consider this: Champions of Norath are a solid. So this is 98.
Yeah,
Champions
so
of
this
Norath
is
was
basically like a year
2004,
after
so-
the game came out.
Yeah. So
I'm
this
not
is
comparing the two of them.
Yeah.
It's just
this
they're the same genre.
making
of
this, and then also that StarCraft 64 console port were not easy. Let's
Oh,
just say not easy.
I don't have a spell
game.
ready.
Gelato.
I
Is
don't
it the
have a
Taco
spell
Bell
ready.
gelato?
No, it's
Oh.
the cookies and cream gelato from Aldi's.
Ooh.
It's like $3.50
I
for
get that
like
box.
It's like $3.50 for like.
I gotta get that Baja Blast gelato. God
Yeah,
damn it. Braden's like eighth
I'm not gonna
person.
lie, I thought about going to Taco Bell to see if they had the Baja Blast gelato.
That's how they get you.
Because I wanted
Oh.
to know, god damn it.
Have you had the Baja Blast in general?
Yeah, Baja Blast is a terrible soda.
It's not great.
Hey, someone give me admin powers so I can server mute Braden real quick.
It's a terrible syrupy citrus soda. But
Have
when
you-
I'm at a
have
Taco
you had-
Bell, what else am I going to get? Fucking
Have you
Sierra
had-
Mist? No, they call it. What do they
Shut-
call it now?
It's Starry. I
Starry?
sometimes mix the orange soda with
Have
the
you-
Baja Blast in
have
equal
you
parts, and it
had-
tastes great.
Have you had Baja Blast in like the can or bottle?
No, I only have it straight
It's-
from the fountain.
Okay, well, normally I would say that fountain sodas always trump their bottled forms. Not so for Baja Blast. Baja Blast in the bottle, far superior. Far superior. Anyways,
You know, I honestly almost wish that they made a diet version of Baja Blast.
they gotta make a diet they really actually, like, speaking as someone who exclusively drinks diet soda, the fact that there's only, like, 2 kinds of Diet Mountain Dew, is a personal attack on
It's
me.
a real
So that's
shame
my-
they started making Diet Code Red after I stopped drinking as much soda.
I mean, Code Red will kill you. Don't drink Code Red.
I'm
Here's
pretty
here's
sure
the
that they-
secret: all soda will kill you.
I'm pretty sure that the red dye they use for Code Red is the same red dye they use in Robotism, so, you know. that'll
Yeah,
be
I'm
very
pretty
bad.
sure aspartame is not much better for you than actual sugar.
No, actually, it's been proven that it's not actually bad for you. In fact, in considering the alternative, which is soda, which has
Big
sugar
Sugar
and
is out there trying to get you to.
No, sugar isn't necessarily bad for you. It's all things
And
in
fructose
moderation.
corn syrup.
No, it's even that
Yeah,
isn't
it's
necessarily bad
moderation.
for you. You
Ultimately,
just
it's
gotta
moderation.
not. You just gotta not be fucking.
I actually
mainlining
think
the shit.
Just drink
That-
like
Yeah, but
6
the
ounces
problem-
twice a month and you're fine.
I think that soda companies selling those mini cans is actually really smart. It makes it easy to like budget your soda and your sugar intake.
I love those mini cans. They make me
I mean,
feel
they're doing
like
it.
They make
They're
me
doing
feel
it to
like
make more
I'm
money off of you.
They make me feel like I'm Shaq holding a regular can of soda. It's the exact same like ratio of hand size to soda can.
Like Andre the Giant.
Yeah, like Andre the Giant.
Yeah, with the beer
Oh.
cans.
Yeah, no, Aldi's has gelato that's actually like really good. It's a container that's big enough for like 3 or 4 bowls. Three bowls of gelato, and it's only like $4, and it's genuinely some of the best ice cream I've ever had.
Do you know the like weird backstory of Aldi?
Yeah, that it's a German company that split in half across North and South Germany
Because two
and
brothers
then-
didn't get along.
because 2 brothers couldn't get along, and that they've actually been waging a secret guerrilla war in the United States through
Yep.
Aldi's and Trader Joe's.
Yeah, so Trader Joe's is one of them, and Aldi's is the other one.
Mm-hmm. and they're both just weird German fucking.
And
Weird...
Aldi Sud apparently owns Harvey's and Winn-Dixie. And they're also
Isn't
waging
that
the
a-
war that way.
Isn't Winn-Dixie a movie?
Yeah. It's
Yeah, why do
based
you
off
think
of
the
this
dog's
war.
It's
the
also
dog's
a
named
grocery store.
after the grocery store?
Is it true?
Yeah, that's why it's called because of Winn-Dixie.
We have someone who's seen a Winn-Dixie. We have Borgmaster. They're real.
Yeah,
they're
tell
real.
me, Southern man.
Yeah, they're kind of the low quality grocery chain.
Tell me about Raisin Canes.
It's supposed to be good. I think
I-
I've been to one.
I've actually there's actually Raisin Canes in Utah now, so
Whoa. I don't know. I just go to Zaxby's for all my chicken.
hell yeah, dude.
Your death will be avenged.
See, okay, so we got the Butcher Quest.
Holy shit, you're right. It is a subsidiary of Aldi. That's crazy.
Unfortunately, this game predates the analog stick, so I can't use the D-pad to thumb through quick items.
That shit's just for moving.
God damn it.
Welcome to the Tavern of the Rising
How do you move through your items then?
If you want to know more
Is
about
it-
the
is
history
it-
of
is it
our
left and
village,
right
storyteller
bumpers?
Kane knows quite a bit about the past.
No.
Yes, Farnham has mumbled something about a hulking brute who wielded a fierce weapon.
You remember on
I
Xbox
believe he
controllers,
called
like
him a butcher.
original Xbox controllers?
The black and
They
white
didn't-
button.
Yeah, they didn't. They had the black and white button instead of just having 4 shoulder buttons.
Hello, my friend. Stale.
Yeah, that would have been fine, honestly, especially for fighting games if they weren't so goddamn tiny.
And if the controllers weren't the size of a fucking
It
keyboard.
seems that the Archbishop Lazarus.
Well, to be fair, they eventually made them smaller, and then they made the black and white button harder to hit by making them smaller and in a weirder spot.
He played upon their fears.
Honestly, Xbox really just kind of. They created the perfect controller with the 360, but everything leading up to the 360 was just one nightmare after another. Anyways, I'm gonna play some Crusader Kings.
And that's how they convinced millions of people to buy shitty Mad Catz third-party controllers.
Hey now, those Mad Cats sometimes came with fun
I'm glad
extra
I caught up
buttons
to you in
that let you
time.
do crazy shit.
Our wells have become brackish and stagnant.
So I'm
and
glad we
some
have
of the
Borgmaster
townspeople
talking about
become
chicken
ill
restaurants
drinking
here.
from them.
Because we have a
Our
moderator
reserves
that
of
you might have
freshwater
heard,
are quickly
Marina, who's
running
also
dry.
from Georgia,
I believe that there is
born
a
and
passage
raised.
that leads
and
to
he
the stream that
swears
serve our
by
town.
Bojangles
Please
and
find
says it's
what
a
is-
superior alternative to
What
Zaxby's.
ails you, my friend?
Where do you stand in the Bojangles versus Zaxby's war? I think he's gone.
He left.
Yep,
Left.
he left to go get
Oh, what can I
chicken.
do for you?
Oh, Borgmaster?
Yeah, I'm just gonna assume yes, even though I have no information to prove that.
The one thing that I will say, I don't like Texas toast.
The only thing I've ever used Texas toast for was making French
Yeah,
toast.
I,
And
take no
honestly,
weapon. Balanced against
even
any
that has
foe.
been eclipsed now that I do what Daisy does and use slightly stale challah.
Yeah.
Like, Texas toast doesn't need to exist.
Or like
Anyway.
the intended purpose of Texas toast, which is to make
It's just garlic bread.
cheap-ass white people garlic bread.
Yeah.
So, Braden, how's it like playing a vastly inferior Diablo
So
experience?
here's the
where the
thing.
novelty
You
the
just
novelty
have
is that
to
you're
be-
playing it
I
on a
don't think
console.
this is vastly inferior.
You just gotta always be
Okay,
a
it's
catty
just
bitch to
slightly
each other.
inferior. I think
y'all-
that yeah,
Are y'all ever nice to one another?
What are you talking about? We're always nice to each other.
No, they're.
wait.
Yeah.
Wait, you're back. Okay, so
Yep.
Borgmaster, you were talking about southern chicken fast food places.
Yeah.
We have
yeah.
a moderator, Marina, who's also from Georgia,
Georgia.
and he has a he believes that Bojangles are life and fuck Zaxby's.
I mean, Bojangles has the biscuits. I'm not a fan of the chicken there, though. Like if you want like all those sides, at the Bojangles, and you want the biscuits, then yeah. But in terms of like just the chicken, it's gonna be Zaxby's.
Okay.
All right.
I do like Zaxby's when I've had it.
One of you nerds name a World of Warcraft character.
No.
Arthas.
Name a different World of
Jaina
Warcraft character.
Proudmoore. Thrall.
The
Garrosh Hellscream.
the Lich King,
I like
his
the
name
Lich
is.
King better. That's a funnier name.
Now,
Okay.
when you say the Lich
Sylvanas
King,
Windrunner.
when you say the Lich King, do you mean the Orc Ner'zhul, or do you
Hakar
mean
the Soul Flare.
Kale Thalafs.
fucking
Illidan
Chromagus.
Stormrage. Malfurion Stormrage.
What was the fucking Baron Geddon?
Vercingetorix? What?
Hegon the Unclean? Gluth? Go with Gluth.
Go with
Um,
Glue, young man.
Okay.
y'all named a lot more characters than I'm talking about?
Unat?
I played Warcraft 3.
Okay, let me refine the search category. Name a World of Warcraft character that is feasibly a character I could play in a modded Crusader Kings 3 game.
Halthus.
Okay. I'll see if Palpus is here.
Who was the other guy that was a really popular, like, first boss for people? He was the pirate dude. What was his name? Fuck.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Everyone's...
The pirate
it was-
dude?
Yeah. It was Halthus is maybe the more popular first boss in World of Warcraft.
Was it the Defias guy?
No.
No,
Maybe-
it's,
No, it was the
No.
pirate guy. With the two buccaneer swords, right?
Yeah, I forget his name.
Oh,
LeChuck.
fuck. LeChuck. No, not LeChuck.
no, it's
God
not.
damn it.
It's not LeChuck.
Is it Edwin Van Cleef?
Van
Van
Cleef.
Cleef. There you
Yeah,
go.
Van Cleef.
He is the Defias guy. Edwin Van Cleef founded the Defias Brotherhood. And then his daughter took it over when we killed him. Because we killed... You ever think about how he's like one of the few... He's like one of like 10 dudes that you kill in WoW who
No,
actually...
they brought him back once.
Did they? Who...
Yeah, as a zombie.
Oh, that's... I mean, was he like a...
He's like a skeleton dude.
Like a Forsaken level zombie where he was a person, or like just a mindless undead?
I fucking... But yeah, Van Cleef, one of the few people that they actually ever, like, killed. And he stayed dead. It can't happen in the world of Warcraft.
Anyway, so I'm doing the water supply quest, right? The poisoned water supply quest, and it seems like I also got the butcher. I did not get the skeleton king for the dungeon area.
So, I'll say this, as someone who's also played this version of Diablo for our podcast. The movement could be better. It could be worse. The analog stuff could be way worse.
But some of it, I mean, it's still using the D-pad, but
Yeah,
when you
but even
consider,
then,
like, original Diablo also is a game that is,
it kind of plays like this, where it should
yeah,
basically be
like
a
it
hex
only
grid.
has 8 directions. You can still kind of tell that it's turn-based underneath the hood.
I mean, isn't that what they said was the hardest part of Diablo 2 was actually making it real time?
All right. So was our final answer Edwin Van Cleef?
Yeah. Fuck it. But this seems like a compromise, and for people who maybe didn't have,
But it's
were
also
able to
the
play
full
games
game.
on- yeah. I think that's kind of cool, right?
Do you think Whoopi Goldberg played this version? Diablo fan #1, Whoopi Goldberg.
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, she publicly asked Blizzard to make it for Mac. Because that's what she has. I'm not doing a bit. She's apparently a huge fan of the series.
I mean, you would think she has enough money to just buy a PC. Sure. Though I guess Diablo 2 was on Mac, so that makes perfect sense.
I mean,
Go,
Robin
man.
Williams is a huge Zelda fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
Matthew Perry was a big fan of Fallout.
Yeah, I was.
People like video games, as it turns out.
But, like, in terms of translating this game to a controller, I think this is, what, the first one? Is this the first, like... I mean, first off, Diablo is the first one, kind of.
Yeah, so I think that your question is a bit loaded. It's leading into an answer.
Yeah. So the question... Yeah, so basically... And here's where we get my... we're gonna get my patented Diablo 1 rant. Again. Where you get to hear me talk about...
You don't like Diablo, blah, blah, blah.
No. No, motherfucker. Listen. I'm sorry that you don't remember... No, it's,
I'm just instigating stuff. God damn.
There are... No, it's... Diablo and Diablo 2 are two very fundamentally different games.
Yeah. Which is why I think that, for some reason, your game footage has been moved up. No, that was just an ad. That was Twitch doing weird full ads and making my user experience shitty.
Yeah, they do that.
I did it. I got an achievement. I got a retro achievement for playing Diablo.
Do you think that that's part of the reason why, like, that desire to have each game kind of be almost gameplay-wise an anthology? Do you think that's why the step from 2 to 3 was so rough for them?
I think the step from 2 to 3 was so rough was because all of the people who made Diablo 2 left. They closed Blizzard North and then tried to make it in-house. Because that's the other thing to talk about with Diablo and Diablo 2 is those weren't made at Blizzard proper. Those were made outside of Blizzard, outside of Anaheim.
What if we played Hellgate London?
No. Because I don't want to play whatever fucked weird
What if we played
Korean
Hellgate
free-to-play game, zombie
you can
game.
still just buy the game, and it's the game.
I don't want to play it, though. My
your
Hellgate
greatest
London
moment-
cred is immaculate.
You know Hellgate London.
I recognized Hellgate London from a screenshot, and it's the closest I've ever been to Nirvana.
Yeah.
I'll play Hellgate London with you, but you have to get it for me because I don't have money.
I don't want to.
Hellgate
I don't
London,
want to get
yeah,
you
like
Hellgate
a
London.
garbled up
Harley.
screenshot.
I'm talking to ZP.
Okay.
You don't want to play Hellgate London.
No one wants to play Hellgate London.
What if we just played Diablo 1 together? Those servers are still up.
I thought that was peer-to-peer.
So what is
Sure.
Bill Roper doing?
No, BattleNet's still up, dude. This is the first game that had BattleNet.
Oh, that's right. So he was on Epic Mickey 2, and then he went to Disney and did the Infinity series before they shit-canned that. Like, so what is he fucking do? What is Bill Roper doing?
What start do I need?
In a interview with VentureBeat.
Okay, that's where the
this interview
butcher
happen?
is. We're not going to open that door
Bill
because I
Roper
don't feel like
unveiled
dying.
the name of a new studio he founded called Lunacy Games, which is developing an open-world survival RPG set in the post-apocalyptic American West, as well as a sequel to 2007's Hellgate London, codenamed Hellgate Redemption.
Finally.
This is March 27th, 2024.
Well, and the other guy was the Marvel, that Marvel ARPG, right? And then the other guy was the
Yeah, like if we're gonna play
the
like
Torchwood
weird,
or Torchlight.
yeah, the Torchlight team actually made at least one or two. They made 2 good games, Brayton, of this type.
I made one good game.
Torchlight 2's fine.
Not if you want to play it multiplayer.
I'm sorry that I played it a better way because I don't have friends.
That's so very sad. No, the game's actually unplayable multiplayer. It's ridiculous.
Look
If
at
you
how
were to try to
tiny
play
your
Torchlight
fucking
2 right
inventory is.
Yeah, it's very small. If you were to try to play Torchlight 2 right now, like it'll let you connect to each other, but then very soon you will realize that the game is unplayable for the person connecting to the host.
Is it like a peer-to-peer, like a hosting issue?
Yes. So the game constantly desyncs, and when it desyncs, it's just like that Diablo 2 desync where you need to find the area where you desynced and go back there. Otherwise, tough tits, you're not doing anything.
Alright, I got a big axe. And it's magic. So it's time to identify this axe. Axe of the Bear! Knocks target
No.
back! Holy shit!
Brayden,
Yeah.
if we were to play a questionable co-op game from the 2000s to 2010s.
Uh-huh, for, let's say, perhaps charitable purposes.
So, Dungeons & Dragons Daggerdale has co-op.
Does it still work? If you can get it to work.
Now, for those that don't know, in fact, Harley.
Yeah, what's up?
So Daggerdale's notable in that it is one of the few video games that ran D&D 4th edition, not 3.5 and not 5. It was their video game thing where they were making to build up like the whole 4th edition's supposed to play like a video game.
Okay.
So if you
Yeah,
want to know,
and
if you want
it's a
video
shitty
game,
ARPG whose servers don't work.
How the fuck? Are these traits random?
Probably. It is Crusader Kings.
Just a friendly reminder that the Daggerdale team went on to make Dark Alliance.
Yeah, another great game.
Yeah.
I can create the Duchy of Moonbrook.
Oh, this is actually killer. I might be able to kill the butcher with this.
I will raise my daughter myself. Also, somebody find me a court physician.
But no, yeah, Diablo 1 is so steeped in capital R rogue. And the capital R rogue likes in a way that Diablo 2 goes so far away from.
Except for the fact that the dungeons aren't actually procedurally generated. They're mostly crafted environments. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Also, the dungeons are absolutely procedurally generated in both of these games.
I thought they weren't.
No, they are. That's the whole thing. Anyway, gotta...
Oh, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking of, I'm thinking of Diablo Hellfire. God damn it.
Hellfire is also randomized.
I thought that was just the game that did, like, the whole fucking, monk.
Yeah. No, but it's still Diablo. The new locations they added are still randomized.
Are you sure you know Diablo? No, I'm just fucking...
Your ability to misremember things...
I'm trying to remember like what synergistic software did of significance other than Diablo Hellfire. They did Thexter, Super Battleship,
Too much
the
baggage.
Beverly Hillbillies, LA Law, the computer game.
LA
So
Law,
they
the
did a lo-
computer game.
Yeah, they did a
Do
bunch
we
of
do
run and
that?
gun shooters and adventure games.
Alright.
But
And
like,
they were pretty close connected.
yeah, this game is
to-
like surprisingly minimal with the HUD. In a way that I find impressive, like this version. Like they use the fact that I'm pretty sure the PSX's base resolution was what, 320 by 240.
Oh, they
And-
were owned by the people who made William Shatner's Tech War.
Oh,
Oof.
good video games.
That's rough.
We love the Shat man.
Except it was ghost written by like Ron Gouthard.
Yeah. Can you... Is there a man who's, like, as celebrated as William Shatner, who everyone also said, like,
Yeah, he's a dick.
motherfucker was an absolute nightmare to work with? I mean, you know, he's in his 90s now.
Just look at the fact that like that Star Trek team doesn't do reunions. At
Well,
all.
that's because they're all dead now.
but also
except
they
him.
hated each other.
Yeah,
And think
Not
of
all of them,
the-
just a lot of them.
just, yeah. And also specifically Bill Shatner.
but also just think of like how
Guys,
How-
he says,
how
fresh
often-
meat.
the TNG team like just likes hanging out.
Oh, the butcher.
He killed me.
That's a shame. Does that
Good
mean
thing
game over?
No, yeah, it means I have to load.
So if you die
okay.
in the game, you die in real life.
Because this game
right?
don't have no corpse runs.
I mean, it does in multiplayer, from what I
Yeah.
understand.
Is that what they mean by corpsing?
I need you to stop.
What?
You hang out with the young people too much.
I have to be honest. Can I just be perfectly honest with you?
No,
how many
absolutely not.
children do you teach
I don't.
that
I
know
don't.
the
I don't
skibbity?
actually know what the word corpsing means.
It means standing still and
Okay.
pretending to be a corpse.
Okay, so it's not like gross.
It's not a sex thing, surprisingly.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yet. Alright. No, we can do this. Just need to press select, go to full spell book, go to healing, and then I just need to hit the guy. Oh, you can equip 2 different spells? And switch between them with circle? Really?
Yes. Famed World of Warcraft character, Lord Germanicus.
Yeah, some high quality horror on my PlayStation family of consoles. How gimped is this? This version seems surprisingly full featured. Like it's still what it is, right? But and the load times are what I believe a character in this game takes up a whole memory card, so if you wanted to play split screen, you needed 2 memory cards.
Oh,
Like
That's- that shit wasn't cheap back in the day,
yeah,
too.
so like just you needed 2 standard PSX memory cards to play 2 players. But no, this game's based on the I think 1.4 version of the PC game. Because, you know, Blizzard still will randomly put out patches for Diablo 1. Or at least they used to. I think the last one might have been like 2015. Alright, I'm gonna turn in the water quest. Isn't Diablo kind of bare bones in general? Diablo 1 is a game, I think actually is like... Hey, guess what? I think Diablo is one of the most important games of all time. But also...
Oh, what?
As I said in our Nox podcast...
Okay. So, Diablo.
Yes.
It's a video game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for the personal computer and PlayStation 1.
From your friends and mine at Silicon and Synapse.
Yeah, Electronic Arts. You know,
But
big,
also, yes,
big
Diablo
hands.
is one of the most important games of all time, comma, Diablo 2 is more important.
Like, Diablo 1 absolutely has to happen before Diablo 2 happens. But yeah, Diablo 2 is the thing. It is the Skinner box that created an entire generation of people.
Yeah,
that
because
loved
it informed
Luigi.
WoW, and WoW was then informed everything else.
Who am I at war with? Who are you?
We've
You're all the
always been
way
at
over-
war with Eurasia.
Yeah.
Do you have holdings closer to me that I could fight? Because I'm not walking all the way across.
So I don't need to play a whole lot of this. But
No, because it's Diablo.
it's Diablo.
The fact that they made a mostly well-functioning... I mean, the problem
The
with
UI
this
is
game...
clunky, and you know,
The real problem that people complained of at the time, and it was like just endemic to the PlayStation 1, was that the load times were insane.
yeah, and the load times are a little much. But I think this, you know, this is proof that they could have put Diablo 2 on a console. Yeah, plus, thanks. Easily. But yeah, so I think it would still be funny if we played this game split screen as a goof for the podcast, just to see how far we get without either of us dying.
I suspect one of you will immediately die. Though I will say this, like, this game would probably, like, if they were to update it, all they would need to do is just change it so you can run.
What's that you say?
Oh, you mean like in
The
Hellfire?
presence of the demons has caused the water to be
Yes.
untainted? Oh, truly a great evil lurks beneath our town. But your...
Yeah. Because in Hellfire you can run in town, but it literally just, you move at double movement speed.
Yeah, there's no animation for it. It's
Yeah.
just you go quicker.
Yeah. And then, of course, Hellfire doesn't have any multiplayer. At least, you know, if you don't hack it in first.
It has multiplayer, it's just LAN only.
Yeah, you have to hack it in.
Yeah, you gotta do Hamachi bullshit.
So, I kind of, like, I did my thing with Diablo 3 and then walked away.
Hello, my
Did
friend.
Diablo 4 not
Stay a
do
while
well?
and listen.
I mean, it did well enough. It seems like
People just fell off of it?
people have, you know, come back and forth on it, depending on which,
Whoa, what can I do for you?
which version you are playing.
I am pretty sure that no Diablo has been liked as much as Diablo 2 has been liked.
No, because it was like one of the biggest games on the PC, short
Yeah.
of like Myst.
But like Diablo, I don't know. I know
Oh,
people
shit.
liked Diablo 3 to a certain degree, but I fucking hated it.
Spiked Club of... my feeling about Diablo 3 is that Diablo 3, the Skinner box element is a little too... It's a little too easy.
I'm just of the opinion that I've always felt like Diablo. I just feel like Diablo 3 is hated for the wrong reasons.
Well, what do you think it's hated for?
The weird, bright environments, the
Mm,
aesthetical choices. Like the people who complain about how the game is not dark and grim
Oh, what can I do for
and like
you?
I feel like
constantly
there's like that
overcast.
is not the major. Those aren't actually the major complaints about it. Like
That's
the
what
major
the-
complaints of
You weren't
Diablo
on
3.
our forums at the time, so
Yeah, but there's always just that vocal minority of idiots who's like, "Oh,
that
why
was
isn't it dark?"
that was definitely on the NeoGAF forums. I don't know, man. Maybe you didn't see it, but that was a pretty big fucking piss baby point at the
Yeah,
time.
Yeah,
I don't.
people
I
are
don't pay
dumb.
attention to piss babies.
But as someone who actually played that game, let me tell you what the actual problem with Diablo 3
The
is.
auction house, all the weird like
Yeah, except they got rid of that.
boxes.
They got rid of
Yeah.
the real money auction house.
So the auction, just the auction house in general, not even the real money auction house, real money auction house made it worse. The drop rates were fucking terrible. They made the game harder for no fucking reason. They made it impossible to play, basically, and to just grind stuff. Like if you wanted to grind stuff in Diablo 2, you could do that fairly easily. And they made it literally impossible in Diablo 3.
See, my problem with Diablo 3 is just that game is just a fire hose
Greetings, good master.
of zero choices.
Wise be-
You don't
Yeah.
need to try in that game.
Yeah, you can change your build whenever you want for free, which is cool to a certain degree, but at the same time, it means that every character is exactly the fucking same.
And also, like, and
Well,
you don't need to care until you are
it-
playing on the highest difficulties.
It's not just that; it's the fact that like
And the story is absolute ass.
Yeah, I actually didn't hate the story, but the problem for me is like when you talk about there's no real choice, it feels like all of the like distinct tech trees and like weird subclasses that you can make that you just move forward with all of your classes that you pick at the start, and they all just become like stack of like meat that just kills whatever is in front of them, and it's just
Until you
The
reach the highest
endpoint-
difficulty, and then no.
the
you don't
endpoint's
kill
always
anything.
the same.
The endpoint is still you press the right click button or the left click button, and perhaps some combination of your abilities, and everything in front of you explodes. And you are always getting new loot that is slightly better.
Okay,
And-
but so that's the part about Diablo 3 that you guys are actually missing, is that at a certain point you weren't getting loot that was slightly better.
Yeah, see, I didn't play it that long.
Like
I-
if
I
you
beat
got
the
to the
game.
max level and no, but if you got to the max level and you're like, "Oh, this is where I start like farming for uniques and all this other shit." That was worthless. Like the uniques were all garbage.
But it's also worth
Um,
remembering that they changed that game a lot over the course of its life.
That's
Like-
true, but I feel like if you're following up
Yeah.
Diablo 2, you can't release something that's worse than Diablo 2.
It's fine.
I think
the
that's-
Diablo 2
that's an unrealistic
stat
expectation.
fuckers went on to Path of Exile. Those people have
Yeah.
a game for them.
Yeah, but the stats aren't the problem. It's just the act of playing the game wasn't as fun.
Oh, you're right. I don't disagree. Fresh meat. This to me is gaming.
This is video games.
The spirits of the dead are now.
I got the
avenged.
butcher's cleaver, motherfucker. But yeah, so I was expecting this port to be a lot clumsier than it is. I mean, you know, it's still Diablo, right? It's still Diablo 1. There's just some part of this game that is inherently very because it was
It's a
made
little
for,
bit slow.
yeah, it's slow, and you can tell you're only like moving in 8 directions, and you can see the way the tile sets are laid out, and so on and so forth. But on the other hand, there are a lot of things about Diablo 1 specifically that I think
Not enough mana.
modern ARPGs could
Not enough mana.
learn from. Like, this game is hard,
Yeah.
and it doesn't feel like you're just,
Is there a cow level in this game?
no, there is no
In this
cow
version
level.
of the game?
No, remember, that's the code in StarCraft. There is no cow
No.
level.
I know.
That's what the code is. There is no cow level.
But what if there was? I heard my friend that if you move the car next to the SS Anne, that's where Mew is. God. I miss that part of like magazine era gaming. It's just like hearing a
People
bunch of
making
odd
shit up.
Making shit up. And now people just say stupid bullshit on Twitter and then you have to fact check it. It's like,
Or you
is
could
this a
just not look at
fascism?
Twitter at all.
It's unavoidable. Gotta get all my
It
news.
isn't avoidable. I've lived
No,
my
it's
entire
not.
life not looking at Twitter.
No, it's not. You guys live privilege.
Yeah,
Privileged
the world really needs to know
Needs to
all
know.
of the. You're gonna find someone who's like, we should reinstate hereditary monarchy because the foolish peasants do not compare to the dignity of a royal bloodline. And it's a guy whose
Oh,
name
weird.
is
I
like
didn't know Prince
Habsburg
Charles had Twitter.
Fucker 92. And Chris will be like, Brayden, look at this terrible thing. And I'll be like,
You don't
wow,
need
that
to be
thing's
that demeaning
terrible.
to
I
me
hate
for that
it.
matter. There's no reason for you to call me out like that. I don't do that as often as
Listen, I know you're one of those people who you love the British royal family.
I don't like the British royal family.
You love hereditary monarchy, and you love
don't.
sending me tweets that where people are like, actually, what if we just made this our system of government again?
No, I don't do that.
What? Oh, no.
I'm
Wait,
upset
no.
that
Instead,
you're
you send me
making
the
fun of me.
worst incel takes. Sorry. I got mixed
Yeah,
up.
I do that. I do that.
You just send me people being like, women should be
Hey,
punished
look at
for
what
being
Joe
allowed to
Rogan
be
said on his
alive.
podcast, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? I didn't ask for this. That's usually what it's like, more or
Yeah.
less.
You just find all of these
Hey, look what
tweets of
Trump
people being
said
like, we
about-
should put women in cages.
No, I told you about Human Pet Man.
No.
Oh, do not explain that. I
Nope.
don't want to know.
Nope.
It's pretty
Brayden knows what I-
self-explanatory.
No, it's
Brayden
fine.
knows what I'm talking
I
about.
don't
though,
need it
right?
explained.
We don't need to talk about it. Instead, just watch the trailer for Night Bitch, starring Amy Adams. Take that, Rock Carnage.
Baggage.
I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely thought about playing all of this game for the PS1 as a goof.
I mean, I don't think it's that long, to be fair.
I mean, it's Diablo 1. They're 16 floors.
Too much baggage.
What the fuck do you have in your army that makes you this much better than me? Oh, you must be led by some fucking nightmare character. Oh, this is Hogger's army. Okay, that makes sense. Hogger is a fucking a main character if ever there was one in World of Warcraft.
Wait, how do I... What? Oh, I see.
Not enough mana.
You have to press a different button. It doesn't automatically send out a town portal. So we get to walk all the way back up.
Oh, you press the wrong button and then you got to walk all the way back up, huh?
Yep.
Yeah,
Welcome to-
that's not great.
Welcome to America.
Yep.
Yeah. So
You
Diablo.
know, I feel like if this game had better loading times, it would probably be totally fine.
I think it's great. I think it's great that also this game is unsurprisingly way too fucking expensive because apparently it didn't have a huge print run.
Yep.
Really?
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, copies of this game go for like $200 now.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is I should sell my copy of Diablo 1.
Specifically the PlayStation version.
Or the PlayStation version.
Yeah, the
No, I don't have
PlayStation
that.
version. No, Diablo 1 for the PC, they give that out with a pack of smokes.
I've always debated this. So is the implication in Diablo 1's ending that our guy stabs the crystal with
Your
the
guy
corruption into
stabs
his
the
head?
crystal in his head and he becomes Diablo.
Yeah,
But
they
that's
That's
explain
what
that in
happens
Diablo
in
2.
Diablo 2.
But does he get corrupted, or did he?
He gets
purposefully
corrupted
do
over
it?
time.
Okay. See, that's my question. Is
Yeah.
Once
did he
again,
do it
they
on...
yeah,
No,
they
I don't
explain
feel
this
like
in
they
Diablo 3.
explain it. I don't
They
feel like
do.
they explain it explicitly.
They do
They
explain it in Diablo
explicitly
2.
explain it. They're like, yeah, the protagonist from Diablo 1 tried to contain it within them. It eventually corrupted him. And now he's dead.
And they were corrupted and eventually they just became a new host for Diablo.
Yeah.
And then you fought him in Diablo 2. And then he came back in Diablo 3.
Yeah,
because,
because they
uh,
made the
That
same
he
story
shouldn't
again.
have. Well, I guess that's the nice thing about Diablo 4 is that there's no Mr. Diablo.
No, it's just Lilith, who...
It's Lilith.
My favorite Call of
Who is
Duty
a
operator,
one-off-
Lilith.
No, she's a guest boss in 3
My
or
favorite
2,
Overwatch skin,
in one of the
Lilith.
expansions. No, she's a guest boss in one of the games.
And she's also... Yeah, she's in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. If you
Yeah,
want
your
to pay
favorite game
like
ever.
$30 for a skin. Oh, you can turn up the game speed? Oh, fuck!
Hell yeah, fast.
Can't do this in the PC version!
Sure can't. This changes everything.
It's changed everything!
What ails you, my
Superior
friend?
version of the game. Let's go.
That's right, superior version of the game.
Couch co-op, check.
Yeah.
Faster walk speeds, check.
I mean, honestly, I would rather play Diablo 3 on console than PC at this point, but that's just because my wrist is...
So I guess that is the advantage of this version of the game, is that it doesn't hurt your hand.
It doesn't hurt my arm in the same way.
The true dark secret of Diablo 3 is that you shouldn't play it.
But also just don't play Diablo 3.
Yeah, like you shouldn't play Diablo 3. Like if you're gonna play a Diablo again, just play Diablo 2 again.
I did! I bought Diablo 2 Resurrected.
I didn't even go that far. I refuse to give Blizzard money anymore.
It's too bad. I did.
It is what it is. Can't take it back
Um,
now. They got it already.
Cause I wanted... Don't tell Relkin this. He's not listening. He's too busy playing Wild Arms or whatever the fuck. But I bought Warcraft 3 Reforged
Oh, you
for
monster.
like $15 because I wanna inflict those shitty remastered graphics on him.
They killed Warcraft 3.
They
No,
I
they
will never
didn't.
forgive them.
No, they didn't.
I mean they kind of
No, they
Warcraft 3.
literally did.
Yeah, but
like,
Warcraft was already dead. Of course, they were gonna do some
beloved
shitty,
custom
like,
games
th-
just
it
didn't
was
work.
the franchise
I'm not
was
talking
already
about
dead.
Warcraft being dead. I'm saying they killed Warcraft 3, the Frozen Throne.
But it was already dead.
No,
No,
people
it had
were still playing
it had
those
people
games.
playing it online. until Warcraft Remastered came out, and then they killed it.
Anyway.
So Diablo.
So Diablo.
Oh shit! Fuck! Wow! I just saw what you changed the stream to.
So what have we learned from playing Diablo 1 for an hour on the PlayStation?
That's the best way to play it.
It might be the best way to play it. However, I mean, I'm still gonna play. I'm still gonna at some point suggest we play Hellfire for the.
Yeah. Hellfire's
for,
cool.
Yeah, for
We have to kind of like. Sorry.
Oops, all monks.
Yeah, all monks.
It's also just like weird and hacked together, and you can see why Blizzard disavowed it for so long. But on the other hand,
the monk is like one of the most iconic classes, and Blizzard fought tooth and nail not to include it.
Yeah, and now the monk is in 3 and 4. All right, where's my box art for this? But you know what else is a good game? Deus Ex. An amazing game. One of the best, one might say. Depending on the day of the week, and also depending on if I have played past Hong Kong or not. Because as soon as you get to the Paris catacombs, fuck that shit.
Yeah, it's not great.
You know, and then Area 51, that underwater base area. Just no thank you. But what if I played... Oh, it has no achievements, damn it.
Is this like the best way theoretically to play this game too?
No.
Ironically.
No.
Well, the reason I ask is because like trying to play this game on PC is a fucking nightmare.
You can mod it.
I take it he was agreeing.
I've never been able to get any of those mods to work on my old PC. Oddly enough, they work on my new PC, but not on my old PC.
This plague, the rioting is intensifying.
There's some
be able to contain it.
Unreal Engine 1 stuff.
Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around.
Yes, the OG
Ambulances are
Xbox
starting
could
to
have
get
run
desperate.
this game easily, but I don't think it ever did. Said they got
No, it's
Deus
they
Ex
made
Invisible,
Invisible War.
which I believe the OG Xbox may be the only way to play that
No,
easily now. too.
I went through the trouble. Don't worry.
Oh, I went through the trouble too. It's still broken.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Even if it wasn't broken, it's still...
You'd still rather play that than the Xbox version?
It's still Invisible War.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Okay, let's just look at this. Let's look at this for a sec.
Why am I losing piety? Oh, I'm greedy.
I'm just gonna screen cap this.
That's a goddamn shame, because I can't really do anything about that.
I think one of the funnier things about trying to play Invisible War on a modern PC is that the physics are all fucked up.
Yep, you have to cap the frame rate.
Yeah. So, like, if you wanted to do the weird basketball stuff, the ball just falls to the earth immediately.
Alright. Got 5,000 skill points. What do we put points in, Chris? Do we put points into swimming?
Don't do swimming.
Do we put points into medicine?
No, computers.
Do we put points into environmental training?
Like, I know that, look, I know that to a certain degree with RPGs, it's like build and put stats however you see fit. Deus Ex is weird in that there really are things you should not put any points into. Like, don't put points into swimming.
What if you wanted
without? Can you swim without them, or is it just that there's not really anywhere to swim?
So it assists when you need. It gives you a longer amount of time for you to swim underwater.
And you swim
holding
faster.
your breath, and you swim faster. But it doesn't matter because where you're going to swim in those environments are. If you know where you're going, you're fine. And also, yeah, environmental science is such a weird stat. Like,
See, this game, I remember that I got a free copy of it when I bought my Sound Blaster sound card.
Hell
See,
yeah.
and the
you
other
did.
thing is that this has the Fallout problem of it's better to just pick one school of gunnery and
Yeah.
just stick with it rather than try and spread yourself out.
Yeah, but
Oh,
they do
no!
limit a lot of your shit.
The dock. The NSF is
Whoa.
raiding the island.
I
This
have-
actually doesn't look half bad.
No, I have terrible news.
I will monitor
What?
your
Is it
situation
inverted?
from HQ.
The vertical look is inverted.
Oh, no.
that.
You can fix this, right? Please tell me you can fix this.
Yes. Okay.
But no, yeah, I'm with him. I don't think this is half bad. Also, yeah, turn the head bob off.
Yep.
It's actually like oddly bright, which
Oh,
is something
I
I'm
thought
not
you were
used to this
Hong Kong.
stage being.
Welcome to the coalition,
I
JC.
bet you they had
Might
to
as well
limit
start
the
using
amount of
code.
shadows
Didn't think you'd
for
have a
like
choice.
frame rate reasons.
What's going on? The NSF. They hit. What are we waiting for? Looks like it. The NSF took one of our agents hostage. The bots are holding the perimeter, but my orders. All I've got. Remember that we're. I like to pick him off from a distance. This isn't a training exercise, JC. Your
Oh
targets will be
yeah,
human
look
beings.
at this.
Keep that in mind. I
Yeah,
get
those
all
are a
of you.
little
I'm going to give you a
smoother.
map.
Let's
I'll
just
see how it
say.
looks on. Your primary. What am I ordering? Interrogate.
Though, admittedly, like the original game, it's not about the look.
No.
All right, so you go below the docks and get a bunch of cool lockpick
Yep.
shit, right?
Yep.
Hell yeah. Now I'm just curious if you'll actually be able to see under there because every PC version of the game I played, that area was basically pitch goddamn black.
All right. How do I fire my weapon? Okay, of course. R1.
That is the button that shoots guns.
Holy shit, you can see.
Yeah. There's not any sort of weird modern Unreal 1 yeah, I had to do some shit to get this game to run the last time I played it. And I think I eventually just played Deus Ex Revision, which is that mod that has its own page on Steam that
Yeah.
changes a couple things. Like it controversially changes a couple of the environments.
The bots have them bottled up, sir. How'd they get one of our?
Well, does it change the levels that people don't like?
I have no idea. Okay, what if I told you that jump is L1?
Sure, why not? Theoretically, this is a game where they expect you to platform every once in a while, so it being there isn't that big of a deal. Especially if you're going to be running and gunning, though that's not what this game is about at all, so...
It could be.
No,
I would
even
not
if you, like...
recommend it.
Even if you raise all of
Oh,
your
look at
skills and
this.
guns, it's just not...
Look at this.
Right.
Look at this. They changed the level geometry.
Oh, they did! It's not just immediately in the park.
Because here's the other thing about this great game.
Oh, load times.
Load times, and also it's on a PS2. How do I unequip? Okay.
Who needs to equip anything when you could just kill him?
Base is under lockdown till the
Right. How you guys holding up?
UNATCO command made us pull back.
Oh, wait, that's
Guess
the
the gun is
UNATCO
safe.
guy. You're not supposed to kill him. Never mind.
Yeah.
Not yet, anyways.
There are ways for you
At least
to
I do my
kill
best. Better
the
load up.
two
Thanks.
android mercs
My
here
tactic, when there's no cover like this,
early.
pick them off from 50 or 100 paces. With
Yeah,
a
if you could
shooting
hack
gun
into their
stuff with
PCs, you
shut.
could set off their
Will.
kill commands and just kill them, yeah.
I'll check back.
It's cool that they let you do that.
Guys, the code... Yeah, they might have changed the brightness to account for TV lighting. Guys. Code 0451. It just automatically does it for you.
That's nice. I like that.
Hacking system. Deus Ex was definitely, like... By 2000, there were better looking games.
Yeah, like this game came out well after the original, from what I understand. I remember seeing this in EGM and going, "Ooh, that's late."
I mean, if we're going outside of the whole RPGs on consoles thing, like that Xbox original port of Half-Life 1, it ain't great, but goddamn, they made that thing work.
Oh yeah, the PS2 version of Half-Life 1, yeah.
And even the Half-Life 2 Xbox port, right?
Isn't
Yeah.
there a port on the Dreamcast as well?
There
It
was
just never got released?
unfinished.
There
There
was.
was an unreleased port on the Dreamcast. That exists. You can play it. It's been leaked. What if I told you there are better ways to play Half-Life 1?
What if
Yes.
we get Parsec and try to do Half-Life Decay, Brayden?
I mean, there are ways to play Half-Life Decay using Half-Life 2 on PC, like a normal person.
What if we played Half-Life Decay because we hate ourselves?
I listen, I do it for the children. Don't tell me.
Don't threaten him with a bad
Don't
time.
threaten me with a bad time. And see, look how many walls there are now. Because
Yeah,
they
there's a lot
gotta
more
reduce
walls.
that view distance.
Honestly, it's smart.
Oh, and then... Hey, welcome to, loading screen.
Yeah, I imagine this loading screen was much longer on a PS2.
What are you talking about? This is a real
Yeah, but you
PS2.
turned on fast boot, right? Like
Yeah.
This is like the PS3 when you tell it to go faster and it says sure boss.
NSF everywhere, JC. Your orders are to shoot on sight. A UNATCO informant on the North Dock can get you inside the statue. Look for a bomb. Identify yourself with the phrase iron and copper.
Oh, that guy sure didn't notice you fast
No.
enough.
Now we're playing Deus Ex.
Yeah.
Now this is odd.
You know, I definitely had a friend who thought this game was called Deuce Ex.
Apparently that was a huge problem and it drove Warren Spector crazy.
Yeah, I could see that.
I was like, I named it after the Greek theater reference.
Yeah, but people are dumb. They don't know what Greek theater is.
It's socially acceptable to call it theater. Like it's socially acceptable to call it the SNES, despite what my fellow co-hosts keep saying.
I mean, it's socially acceptable to pleasure yourself in public.
In fact, I'm gonna do it right
Nope,
now.
I'm pretty sure that's not the case.
I'll put this in. I'll go into the play. No, I shouldn't joke that.
Nope. Do not make that joke.
Don't make that joke.
So, yeah, would I... Okay, yeah, this is fucking weird, dude.
So does it control different?
It's
yes.
a lot smaller.
It's a little
this map
slower
is
too.
a
I feel like your
lot.
movement. I know that you can put points into your movement, but it does feel like it is slower and swimmier.
I also don't think you have to deal with inventory limits. That's what I'm getting from this.
Huh.
So this might be
You know
the better.
So
better
here's
game.
the weird thing. My least favorite part of Invisible War is the eyeball inventory system. This looks better than that. They should have done this.
I smoked and I lowered my health.
Yeah.
Just like real life.
As you two know, the eyeball wheel inventory in Deus Ex Invisible War sucks. fucking awful.
Hey, guess what? That entire game sucks.
What about learning more about his brother and your relationship with trying to defeat the Illuminati?
No.
No. No, the
No.
game sucks.
I would like to find Edwin Van Cleef a new wife because
The first area of Invisible War like gives you hope that it might be good, but then the rest of the areas suck. Did you just turn that guy into little bits?
Yeah. I turned him into giblets.
You're gonna lose points because you didn't get the stealthy route.
What do you mean points? There's no points.
Paul's going to yell at me. Also, there's no location-based health. You just have a flat health bar.
What? What? Excuse me?
You just have a flat health bar.
What?
NSF everywhere.
Yeah, but you can heal by using items and stuff, right?
Yeah. But you don't. You're not healing your head.
Look for a bomb. Identify yourself with the phrase iron and copper.
What do you think this is? Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater?
Did you know you can actually use the location-based damage and stuff in the heal menu in Snake Eater to determine the direction enemies are shooting at you from?
Oh, this game has aim assist, huh?
I
Sure
mean,
does.
you kind of need to. Like, let's not.
Yeah. I guess with a console, especially in the aughts.
Yeah, they hadn't really figured out the sweet spot of that controller scheme.
People like this is the same. This is like the same year as Halo or something.
Of course, I will collect a dowry. Who pays for their own wedding?
What?
He's playing Crusader Kings.
Oh.
I'm extorting my populace for taxes to pay for my extravagant wedding.
Okay, but what are you doing in the video game?
Mostly waiting to have 500 gold so I can feudalize this troll tribal area.
Do you have a horse king? Do you have a horse king yet? God damn it! Then you failed me. Have a horse king.
I don't want to have a
What
horse.
am I fighting for?
What am I fighting horse?
Horse king.
I don't want to have a horse king.
Then have a horse whore king.
Throw a grenade at NSF terrorist. NSF terrorist? Oh?
Pay me. Give me that.
Hold on, I gotta wait for my reticle. Oh boy!
Oh, now he's gonna go. Oh, and then he's gonna fall down. You've already got him. You don't have to shoot him more than once.
Yeah.
All it takes is one. Can you pick up the body in this version?
I believe so. I cannot.
Okay, maybe this isn't the best version of the game. There we go. Oh, you can. Can you throw the body now?
Hold on, I'm being shot at.
You can. Great.
Terrorist yell of pain. Oh, there's a lean button. This just makes me want to play Deus Ex. It's bad.
I mean, you can.
But you know, like a version of that game that is,
I feel like that is a game that they could easily remake and make way better.
Yeah, but they never will because it's a sacred cow. Instead, I'm just gonna mess around with GMDX.
Sure.
Which stands for Give Me Deus Ex. Anyway.
And maybe one day they'll make another one of those new Deus Ex games.
No, they won't.
I know.
God, it sounded like that studio was in the process of, like,
yeah,
making. Which, look...
Yeah, it was called the second one that they were told, get this out and you're closed.
I think that those reboot games...
Oh, that first one was real good.
That first one's real good. The second one, they poison-pilled by repeatedly using the term digital apartheid.
Only in the marketing.
And also, I feel like that second game tries to do a bit too much.
That second game, you can tell the exact moment where they were told they weren't going to have where they were told they needed to split the game into two. Oh, look at this, another loading screen. Because we can't model the entire area.
God, the other thing is that, like, there's that weirdly racist NPC in Human Revolution.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Trash Hobo.
Yep, I know
is
what you're talking
he weirdly
about.
racist, or is he just racist?
She.
Yeah, no, it's mad racist. In terms of just, like, how did this...
At one point, she's, like, eating trash, and then when you try to get information from her, she asks for money, and then you can do a skill check to pay her less, and then she's like, well, shit.
Yep.
What?
No, that's not a joke.
Okay, I thought you meant that the character was just being racist.
No, the character is like, oh... And you're like, this game was made in Montreal.
Oh yeah, that checks out. The Québécois would totally do that.
Yeah, the French. Well, the French-Canadian. They're different than the French, but also the French.
I mean,
they're somehow worse than the
French. Canada is France without the culture.
Basically. It's like, what if we made France worse? Welcome to Quebec.
I'm afraid I have to disagree with you, because I feel like the French would agree with you.
Yeah, but it's the one time they're right.
I don't disagree.
I can't.
For once.
The French are never right.
I don't know, have you
Harley,
had a baguette before? Have you
Harley,
had bread?
are you just disappointed in the lack of the French support that Native Americans got hundreds of years ago during the French and Indian Wars? They promised you more.
No.
That's a deep historical cut.
I'm disappointed about the way France treated many of its holdings in North and Central Africa.
Don't cry.
Yeah. Oh, word? Imperialism bad?
Wow. Never would have thought.
Wow, look at Harley take this very strong stance. Next time you should play Victoria. You should play one of the Victoria games and see how that goes for you if you don't want to be an imperialist.
I'm pretty sure communism is the dominant economic play in Victoria 3 currently.
Yeah, you can turn the East India Company into like a workers' co-op.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
And you smack that panel with a crowbar until it lets you in.
No, but I can do this. I'm
You
in.
gotta multi-tool it.
I'm in.
I have feudalized the local troll tribe south of the Dead Mines. I have taught them to build castles and cities.
I'm just playing a weird compromised version of Deus Ex.
It doesn't, like, all things considered, it's not as compromised as I thought it would be, considering how big the world is.
Yeah,
in
like,
Deus Ex.
the choices they make are the correct ones.
Yeah, because the alternative is the game runs at, what, like 4 frames per second?
Yeah.
Can I hold on? Okay, so you won't.
You might be able to avoid
You want
some security by
145
entering
money
this
to
way.
join my court, which is simply too much. What if I abduct you, and then force you to join my court?
You're thinking like a real crusader.
And then make you my court physician while you hate me. Nah.
Okay, you can still get up this way, huh?
Yeah.
God, this first level's so good. It's a shame
It
about, let's say, the later parts of this game.
I mean, that first city's alright,
Yeah,
too.
New York is good, and then you get to,
Paris,
yeah, and then you get to
or
Hong Kong, and Hong Kong's kind of whatever. And then you get to Paris. Anyway, loading screen.
Yeah, we don't talk about what the voice acting in Hong Kong.
There's not very much to do in Paris, from what I recall.
No, Paris is just you run around the catacombs and you run around the sewers, and if you run around the streets, you have to deal with a shitload of guys.
So you always take the catacombs and...
It's a pain in the
sewers.
ass.
And then also, you play all of Hong Kong mute because racism.
Because it's a game from 2000, and boy...
Boy!
There's a great holy war being declared for Stormwind. It sure is a shame. I don't care what happens to Stormwind.
Look at me. Killing a guy. I'll say this, also the AI seems way less observant. Based on what I remember of this game is I just popped that guy in the head, and
you were right in front of that one dude, and then you just shot him in the head 3 feet in front of him, and he did not react at all. Maybe that's the thing that changes if you put it on a higher difficulty.
it might also just straight up be like they couldn't afford, or like either an intentional like they needed to free up resources so AI got less priority, or they made the game easier for console babies.
They wanted to get you hooked on the PC gaming.
I know someone on the Giant Bomb Discord who swears by this version, but she's also a noted psychopath.
Oh, word? Cool.
Yeah, she's great. Shoutouts to Nicole. My favorite, if I had a spirit animal, and my spirit animal was a trans woman from Australia, it'd be Nicole from the Giant Bomb Discord.
Are you allowed to have Australians as spirit animals? I feel like that's cheating.
Technically speaking, he's not allowed to have a spirit animal at all. Unless you have Native American ancestry that I am not aware of.
Someone there?
I do not. It's all German and Swedish and English and Welsh.
So your spirit animal is bratwurst.
My spirit animal is bratwurst.
And chocolate.
And
Forget it. I was hearing things. All clear.
Inside you, there are 2 wolves, and they're both just bratwurst, actually. Never mind.
there we go. Okay, what do you think the takeaway is for this?
Alright, Jotsu, I put the video of the racism in voice to text.
Oh, 5th generation gaming says more like Doo-Doo X.
That's him. He's a cop.
Oh, shit. Oh, wait. Deny. Look, people made ports of PC games not necessarily as a novelty, but under the assumption that the console crowd was younger than the PC crowd, which at the time was true.
Was a separate audience.
Yeah. So you would try to make the same game, but for a separate, presumably younger audience. And that's kind of what they did here. Except
If I had
kept
the
all
Gep gun, I could
snacks.
blow up Gunther. Except not really, because he's invincible until.
But we can probably get him
Yep,
out.
yeah,
Keep moving.
he's invincible
Swear I heard-
unless you
Uh-oh.
get to a specific chapter where he's not invincible, or you could find a way to hack in
Some
his
news,
computer to
JC.
find his
The
death word
NSF
or kill
targeted a
word.
shipment of the plague vaccine Ambrosia. We can't locate it. See if the leader will surrender when you reach the command post. We'd like to interrogate him. Easy. We want you to take this one alive and conscious. Find out what you can about the shipment, then turn him over to one of the troopers.
Don't shoot. I surrender.
So you think you know better than FEMA what to do with this month's
You think
Ambrosia
you know
shipment?
better than FEMA?
Too late. It's on its way back to the people, and you can't do a damn thing about it.
Except send you back to the people in a body bag.
I am the people.
Yeah, and also, the PC gaming in the early 2000s wasn't in a great spot.
That might have been over the line, JC. I don't know. Better head back to base on the west side of the island. Objective complete.
That might have been over the line, JC.
The chief finally let us loose. We were
Did
right
you just
behind
kill
you,
the dude?
cut through them like a hot
Yeah.
knife through butter.
Yeah, well, watch this.
I'll clean up the mess.
Oh, cool, I got his assault rifle. Oh, whoops, he was shot by the NSF. Now I have an assault rifle this early in the game.
Guess
God.
what smokes.
So when
They-
you played
Yeah.
Deus Ex the first time, did the open worldness register for you, or was it
I mean,
overwhelming?
I remember this game being very intimidating. As a lad.
Yeah, I remember when I first played this game, I didn't really like it because I thought I was supposed to play it like a Quake, and it did not play like a
No.
Quake at all. And then when I got it, I was like, "Oh wait, this is just an RPG."
You have to approach this game on its own terms.
Gunther
Yeah.
slipped out on his own.
Once
Well,
you
you-
approach it on its own terms, it's actually just a very well-made game up to, it stops being that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until
So you get
yeah.
to Paris.
Yeah, until you get to Paris, and then you do that Area 51
God, that level.
and
I also think that were it not for the racism, Hong Kong's actually a pretty good level.
yeah, you
got a lot
can could just kill that lady and get the dragon tooth sword early.
Or you could just do her quest.
Yeah.
I actually think her quest isn't that bad. In fact, I kind of like it. I think that the thing that I was gonna say is when you played Deus Ex for the first time, and you got to the end of this environment, how did you handle the whole chase sequence?
Oh, the part where Paul,
Yeah.
I didn't know you could save him because I wasn't looking
Yeah.
at a guide.
I also didn't know you could save him. He just died for me.
Also,
idea you could save him.
saving Paul is a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
It's
not
cool
really worth
that you
it
can
either.
do it.
It's cool you can do it, yes, but also if you plan for it ahead. So the first time that I did it, obviously Paul died. The second time, I laced that motherfucking base with trip mines
Yeah.
and bombs and all sorts of shit.
You just put
So-
that entire you just rigged that entire hotel with traps. See, I just in the playthrough where I saved Paul when I was playing Deus Ex Revision, I was using heavy weapons, and I just used the flamethrower.
Yeah, you can do that. It's saving Paul legitimately without like knowing that it's happening to you is pretty tough. Pretty rough.
Isn't there 2 opportunities for Paul to die though?
Oh yeah, there are a couple.
Because I saved Paul in New York, and then he died in the other area.
Yeah.
After that. So I just assumed he was always gonna die.
That's knife. They call me JC Knife Ton.
Can I join on the side of the attackers for this holy war for Stormwind?
Be careful if you join late.
You know, typically when someone says you should join the Holy War, it's a bad idea.
What are you talking about? If I do it, then the Pope will sell me some indulgences.
I know, the vicar assured you, but unfortunately the vicar was full of shit.
But the Pope is Christ's vicar.
Oh, that's bad.
I don't know if there's a Pope in Warcraft. I assume the Pope is just Thrall.
It depends on what religion you believe in.
Do they have religion there?
They have so many religions.
I mean, there's legitimate.
They've killed all of their gods, though.
No, they didn't.
I assume by the War Within, you've killed at least 14 of the gods.
The only gods you kill are old gods, which are not real gods.
Is Thrall still canonically divine, though?
No, actually, Thrall has no power at all.
Right now? Okay.
Yeah, he has no magic.
How do you lose his powers?
So, he's actually hasn't had powers for like a really long time.
I thought they threw him in a pit or something.
Nah, so during the Mok'Gara with Garrosh, at the end of Warlords of Draenor, he uses his shaman power to kill Garrosh, and because of that, the spirits abandon him for violating the traditions of the Mok'Gara. And without his shaman powers, he doesn't have the strength to serve as Earth Warder anymore.
You were a little out of line. I could have learned a lot.
Wasn't he in the Ice Clan, though?
They captured a boatload of ambrosia, the plague vaccine.
Well, no, but the Earth Warder is the position that Deathwing used to hold when he was the Patriarch of the Black Dragonflight.
I remember that part of Warcraft Adventures, yes.
So, Garrosh, empowered by Alexstrasza, took over as Earth Warder, but without his shaman powers, there's nothing for Alexstrasza's blessing to bind to. So he has neither shaman magic nor dragon magic. He's just a really strong orc.
Okay.
There's actually a whole quest line in
explaining why he's been depowered?
No, there's a whole quest line in Battle for Azeroth where you and Thrall have to wander around Orgrimmar and find him a new weapon because the Doomhammer was destroyed when the spirits abandoned him. You have to buy Thrall a new hammer. You have to...
Dude can't afford one himself?
Oh,
Yes.
this version of the UNATCO theme is worse. It's compressed.
You gotta like
Remember that
think
Mr.
about
Manderley wants to see you. Level 2. His secretary,
Thrall
Janice Reed,
hasn't been
has your
war
login
chief
and
for a really
password.
long time, and he was retired for a good bit of time too. He doesn't have a job. His ass has been broke.
Your partner for the next
The dark secret in Warcraft is no one has a job.
That's not true.
Maybe you
I
should
have a
introduce
job.
yourself.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that.
I get paid a significant amount of money so that people in my old World of Warcraft guild. Actually, I guess I don't have a job in WoW anymore because I don't play WoW anymore. But previously, in my old World of Warcraft guild, my guildmates would mail me in-game gold to not talk about Sylvanas.
I mean, the game forced you to
Oh.
talk about Sylvanas.
JC.
Yeah, but I was doing that shit for free anyways, so...
Hey, don't worry.
Are you sure you pressed the right
It sounds
button?
like the new stuff for
make
World of
mistakes as a
Warcraft. will
I've
not
watched
be
Orange.
You
Sylvanas.
might have slipped.
No,
But I
wanted
want it to be
orange.
about
You gave me
Sylvanas.
Neverland.
I don't care about Alaria. That's the boring Windrunner sister.
Metzen likes his fucking orcs, dude. And you're gonna get more orcs.
People get corrupted and then redeemed.
And
Was
then
that
corrupted again, and then
For the
redeemed
briefing,
again,
you've
and
gotta
then
go to level
corrupted
3 for
again, and then
equipment and a
redeemed
medical
again.
examination.
Oh, the
See
Great
Ray
Holy
as
War has
ambassador,
started!
Sam Carter, and Aubrey.
It's almost like
The
the Blizzard writers have
Yasharj,
one story.
the Yasharj are invading Stormwind.
That's not a Yashard.
Looks like the real thing.
Just fixed Gunther's knee, in fact. A sticky actuator. So
They're like the bug people.
That man just looks. Is he just sitting on a toilet?
Yeah, it's a chair.
Okay, thank God.
Listen, JC. About your
Well, with a
Since I
chair.
don't turn green and grow a pair of
Really
them.
had
Tis
to
domain.
designs
really had to
I
fucking
picked one of them.
crank one out.
A colloid of rum mud.
That's not the word I meant to use. I'm sorry.
Have you met your partner yet?
Haven't run it.
A real piece.
You won't get her.
Not gonna lie, I have no idea what you just said. I was too busy looking at this man squatting on his chair.
Good. You don't need to know what I said. What I said was not correct. Anyways, it occurs to me now that maybe I do care what happens to Stormwind, because if Stormwind somehow manages to lose this, my neighbors are about to turn into 8-foot-tall bug people. And I got no problem with 8-foot-tall bug people, but I think they might have a problem with me, you know?
Are you playing World of Warcraft right now? Is that what's
He's
going on?
playing a World of Warcraft mod for Crusader Kings.
Okay.
I play some of those weird Total War fantasy mods. They're pretty funny.
Who are you? Why are you here? Why are you sieging my stuff? I'm not part of this. I'm not part of this. Oh god, am I part of this?
You are now.
Oh no. Oh no, I am part of this because my territory is de jure part of the Kingdom of Stormwind, even if I'm not currently a vassal of
De jure?
Stormwind.
De
The
Yuri?
Yuri part? Someone say Yuri?
De jure.
Oh.
Jure.
That's not as cool.
You're not
Getting
cool.
warm.
That was mean. You're cool.
Hey, it's this guy. And then you just skip all the dialogue.
God, looks like you found me.
Because,
Because that guy sucks?
yeah, because this guy sucks. And also,
They're gonna steal all my stuff. Not my stuff.
I hate it when they steal my stuff. Alright, that's Deus Ex. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the third game to work.
Do I even know what the third game is?
The third game is the PC Engine CD version of Might and Magic 3, which I mostly want to play to show off to Harley, and also because it has a bonkers-ass soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely broken, from what I understand.
Oh,
On
does it
most
not?
of those PC Engine emulators, yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a specific version you may have to like patch to get it to work.
Oh, like I need to use a specific core.
No, I think like you need an actual patch to get to work on. Let me look this up.
Okay.
Oh, Stormwind came to save me. Thank you, Stormwind. Oh, thank you. Where'd my army
Not that
go?
you should do that right now. I'm just curious
don't
if I can
worry.
get this to work.
There's also the PC Engine CD version of Might and Magic 1 that only came out in Japan. Oh.
Okay, now I'm thinking of a different version of
What if
Might
I
and
told
Magic
you
for
that
the
Might
PC
and Magic
engine.
3 has retro achievements? What would you say to that? Alright, we'll give it a shot. See if MedDefend will cooperate. Because I can get it to boot. But as soon as I get to the title screen, it just hangs. If not,
do you have your very real PC Engine BIOS dumped?
Yes, I have. Yes. But do I need to use a specific BIOS?
You may need. Depends which version you're trying to run. Are you trying to run the US version or the US/Japanese version?
I think it's just the US version.
And just the US BIOS should be it.
Okay.
So, Brayden,
yes.
Now that people are talking about, what if I told you that there is a Fate fan mod for Shogun Total War?
I'd
where,
say,
for
of
example,
course, there is.
The Saber Cavalry are literally Saber from Fate.
I think that's stupid, but sure, that checks out. Yeah, they have really the PC Engine has cool stuff in it. Let me see if we can, if switching the BIOS will on my real PC Engine CD.
Yeah, you went to Japan, you bought a
Yeah.
PC Engine CD, PC Duo.
Yeah.
You came back here, you realized your cards didn't work, your Hue cards.
Yeah, my Hue cards weren't working. My
You needed a Hue card adapter.
Yeah. It was a whole thing. My copy of Rondo of Blood. Just Rondo of blooding all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Just a whole thing. All right.
So does MedDefend let you use different cores?
Yes. Yeah, I mostly use MedDefend for Saturn stuff.
Because I don't know, maybe the only one I've ever got to work with PC Engine stuff is like the Beetle core. Maybe try that one.
And to be clear, I think this game should just be the stand-in for every port of a dungeon crawler.
Shelton, Guardian of Terror.
Yeah.
Twice now you have defeated my
I played some of those console ports of Ultima.
Yeah.
They were okay.
Were they though?
I mean, the Master System Genesis stuff, is fine.
The
for
Master
4.
System version of Ultima... Jeff was right.
Yeah,
Master System version of Ultima 4 is like...
It's maybe the most user-friendly version of Ultima 4 ever made.
Yeah, without being, like, entirely watered down the way the NES one is. Anyway, let's see if this works.
Are we winning this war? Oh, good, we are.
I mean...
Alright, let me switch BIOSes.
The NES version of Pool of Radiance is also something that I played, and that game is shockingly coherent and okay.
Alright, let's try this BIOS.
I know for a fact that there are people who will tell me that they got into CRPGs through, like, the NES and SNES ports of CRPGs.
Yeah, World of Xen is using the same engine as Isles of Terra. Alright, let's see if... Will it go past the... Will it hang on the title screen again? Okay. I think this just might be busted. Which is a shame, but also 90% of what I wanted to show off was just the soundtrack. It's fine.
You just open up a YouTube video of the soundtrack.
Yeah.
They're rocking out.
Yeah.
Well, don't do that. Twitch is banning people who are DJs.
Did they just add the DJ category?
Okay.
Yeah. Except you can't do licensed music.
Let me new plan. Speaking of compromised console ports of PC games, this ain't an RPG.
Yeah.
But it's near and dear to me, nonetheless.
Okay. Sega. Oh shit.
What?
Alright, let's talk about Lobotomy Software's port of Quake for the Saturn.
Oh, for the Saturn. Isn't this the one that has, like,
They
Bomberman
basically
on it?
recoded the entire game in the engine they use for Power Slave.
Great.
Oh shit. This is great.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to Quake. The ideal form of Quake. Oh, yeah!
Oh god, why does it look this way? So it's Power Slave.
Yeah, it's running in the same engine as Power Slave.
Okay.
So they basically made a total conversion mod for Power Slave for Quake 1?
Yeah, or they basically rewrote the game to run on Saturn by using their own engine.
Incredible.
Okay, what if I told you that to look up and down, I have to hold, I guess this would be the B button?
Pretty standard. Console ports is needing to hold the button to look up. Most people, when they were making controller support, the controllers only had one analog stick, so it's not ridiculous.
This is pre-analog stick Saturn.
Yeah, do you remember when you could bully Quake 3 players on the Dreamcast?
Yeah.
Honestly, it was kind of fucked up thing to allow that to happen, but they sure did.
Okay, the shoulder buttons are strafe.
Okay.
I mean, that's pretty standard for
standard as
FPS
well.
games.
Do you have a
back
quick
then.
turn? Do you have a quick turn? Yeah. Okay. I guess that was another thing that was like another addition to the formula.
0.2. You know what? Yeah, let's get hospices. Let's get a hospice built in my capital. That way I have some plague resistance.
Yeah, you do.
God knows I don't want to get the fucking plague.
But, yeah, so this... This port is like... Hey, guess what? They got Quake to run on the 64. They could not have gotten it to run on the Saturn as intended. Just because of the way that... Hey, this is the Saturn, right? This is the motherfucking Saturn. The console that was kind of bad at 3D. And here it is running a compromised version of Quake.
That seems to be running more or less fine.
I mean, yeah, it's running at like 15 frames a second anytime there are 2 enemies on screen. But yeah, that's acceptable for 1997.
Yes. It is time. Extort the subjects.
So it's clearly making a really, that looks like pretty code game.
They are?
Yeah, Dark Ages looks cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Doom the Dark Ages does look cool.
Do you think there's any appetite of doing like a reboot?
No. Because here's the secret, here's what I've decided. For as much as I would love them to like specifically try and make a modern incarnation of Quake 1, that will never happen because
Quake was always about the multiplayer, like
to some extent that, and also any game that they could make with Quake, they could just make with Doom and it would sell better. Anyway, there's where the super shotgun is in... Oh, okay.
You got shot and you're dead.
Yeah, it's, hey, guess what? It's harder. Enemies have hit-scan weapons.
Also, if you were to reboot Quake, would you go back to Cthulhu and Shub-Niggurath, or would you go with the Strogg?
No, you do Shub-Niggurath and Cthulhu shit, and also weird medieval-looking guys.
What if you had Shub-Niggurath fight the Strogg, and you're in the middle of it?
Nah, fuck that.
Have you seen the? I mean, that's basically what the the Night Dive episode of Quake 2
that's what Night Dive did. Yeah, Quake 2's Night Dive thing is like, oh, the reason why there's no Cthulhu anymore is because the Strogg killed them all.
Yeah.
Which, fuck that, man.
Yeah. Victor Software. Yo, what up? It's our homie Victor Software.
Okay.
It's time to play another hot Saturn game.
So if I wanted to torture myself with bad...
Managing games again already? You just started Quake.
I could play like bad console ports of adventure games.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. I know
Dungeon Master. I spent like 15 minutes trying to get this game to start.
Well, this is Dungeon Master Nexus, which is a Saturn exclusive Dungeon Master sequel that only came out in Japan.
Yeah, I played. There's an English translation patch of this, right?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I don't know how to pick my characters. I have no idea.
You have to go up to the portraits.
Oh, I know, but I've pressed all the buttons. I'm like, let me go. And it wouldn't let me go.
I am the Grey Lord, therein my apprentice. I used my last ounce of strength to summon you to Manta.
I bet it's easier on a keyboard. Maybe that's why you were having controller problems.
It's a Saturn game. It's not easier on a keyboard.
Yeah, it is. I don't know that.
Oh, look, a Saturn game for absolutely nobody? That's a weird way of saying a Saturn game for me. I'm not absolutely nobody. Look how fucking slowly you move.
A Saturn game for nobody is a Saturn game for Brayden.
That's
real
right.
Freak.
Hello,
real
I'm a freak.
What are the other? We've already played Virtual Highlight. What are the other Saturn RPGs? I'm not talking directly to Microphone. It sounds like
It does kind of sound like you're in a bucket.
All right. So what are the other RPGs in the world of the Saturn? We've already played Virtual Highlight.
All right, Azizi.
And we played
In North America?
It's
Because if you're limiting it to North America, your options
it's
are limited.
Shining Force 3 Part 1.
Yeah, Shining Force 3 Part 1, that one other Shining in the Darkness game.
Yeah.
Or sorry, Shining the Holy Ark, I think is
Yeah.
what it's called.
Play Shining Wisdom, you coward.
Yeah,
Yeah, play a
there's
bad dungeon crawler.
technically Magic Knight Ray Earth, but that's more of an action RPG than an RPG.
How do I summon the little hand cursor again? Oh, there we go.
Alright. Brayden,
Alex.
I don't know how to tell you this, but I absolutely just got Magic 3 working.
Okay. How'd you do it?
I used the Beetle PSX core on RetroArch.
Wait, what's wrong with Might and Magic 3? I played Might and Magic 3
I'm
just
playing
the other
I'm
day.
playing the TurboGrafx version. Anyway, we got Alex in our party now.
Yeah,
Look at this guy! Look at this guy!
He's got a fun little dude.
Is there a fan translation for that Super Robot Tyson F game? I know that there's people who say that's good.
I have Super Robot Wars V. I have the East Asian version.
Is Princess Crown considered an RPG? That's an RPG, right?
Kinda. What up? My name is Daru. Alright.
And then if you get into the world of tactics games, then we have to play Dragon Force on the Saturn.
That's also
Hulk!
technically an RPG,
Hulk!
but not really.
He only has fighter levels. 'Cause his name is Hulk.
Look at that face, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Layla. Alright, she's all ninja.
All ninja all the time?
All ninja all the time. Sonya. Okay, she's also all fighter. Right now we have two guys who can sort of fight and sort of be wizard. Godo. Godu?
Goto?
Godu!
Goto,
Yo, what
your
up,
favorite
Godu?
KOTOR 2 character.
Stream 22 minutes of Brigandine and move on like everyone else. I've thought about buying the Brigandine remake.
So, Brayden,
Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
have a listicle.
Go ahead.
Nope.
No, just let me read the title.
Uh-huh.
I want to see. I just want to see how many.
Gando!
I want to see how many he can correctly guess. The listicle is from Game Rant.
Uh-huh. It's from ChatGPT.
The 8 best horror games on the Sega Saturn.
Okay, I found
Resident
I can't
Evil. Deep Fear.
No. No.
There's not even 22 horror games on the Saturn.
Okay, wait. He got one of them. Which
Yeah,
one do you
it
think
said
is?
Deep Fear.
That is number 1.
Yeah, okay. Deep Fear sucks ass.
Okay,
Cutscenes are
you got-
hilarious.
You got 7 more to guess. Come on, say
Resident
some-
Evil 1.
Nope.
The busted... Oh, look at this guy!
That guy's
We'll
pretty
never
good.
get him! We'll never get the dog guy!
Why?
Because I already filled up my party.
Oh, Oh, damn
with
it.
Alex and Daru.
You fucked up.
I
All
could
right.
have gotten and Gothmog.
You have watched Borgmaster and I play one of these games, and you have played the other. Okay, number 8 is Mr. Bones.
Okay.
Greatest horror games on the Saturn. Number 7, Phantasmagoria.
Yo, I just realized my army has not had a commander this whole time.
Number
That would
6,
explain why you were losing.
Frankenstein Through the Eyes of the Monster.
Is this just the 8 horror games on the Saturn?
Maybe, because number 5 is Corpse Killer.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a horror game.
Number 4, Alien Trilogy.
Oh god, that's not.
Is Alien Trilogy a video game version of the first 3 Alien movies?
It's a light
Yes.
gun shooter, but yes.
The least alien kind of video game in the world. I love it.
I mean,
Number
it's an
3.
Aliens kind of video game.
Number 3, Enemy Zero. Number 2,
Sure.
D. And number 1, Deep Fear.
Yeah, okay. You hear that? That's the sound of my crippling indifference.
Sci-fi horror games are found on all consoles, including the Sega Saturn. Deep Fear is one such
Nope.
title.
Nope.
I'm liking this bit.
This
where you're
is
throwing...
this. You are literally at this point just promoting AI generated slop. I need you to stop.
Yeah, you know what?
Damn, they sprayed you with a bottle, Chief.
I'm playing my political election simulator game.
You're playing the political machine.
No, I'm playing the newcampaigntrail.com. It's actually pretty cool. You can download mods. Right now, I'm Grover Cleveland trying to beat whoever the Republican is, Blaine, Thomas Blaine. They kicked me out the first time. I got to get my second chance at the White House.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, they've accused me of fathering a child out of wedlock, which is true.
You voice, yeah, I did that shit.
Yeah, that's actually what Grover Cleveland did. He says,
And he
"You're
won
absolutely
election
right.
again.
I fathered a child out of wedlock. I take full responsibility and will pay the child support for the rest of my life, and including the back child support that they are owed." And then he won an election.
Oh, there you go.
I'm not gonna lie, this is maybe not the way to play. I know this is a unique game. This is in fact but also guess what? The documentation for this game ain't great.
No, I can't imagine it would be.
Captain Bradclaw, I'm really gonna need you to fucking knock this
I
shit
don't know
off.
how to open my inventory.
That's fine. Who needs an inventory? So I have news. I looked up the 4 RPGs for the Sega Saturn that were released in North America. And if you're talking just straight RPGs, it's just Panzer Dragoon Saga, Shining the Holy Ark, Albert Odyssey, and Magic
fucking
Knight Raider.
Albert Odyssey.
I had forgotten about Albert Odyssey. And then if you count strategy RPGs, there is Shining Force 3, Scenario 1, and that other one, Dragon Force.
The Duchy of Bloodsculp shall be mine.
Okay, we're not actually going to
wait.
play more.
There's 3. So there's also something called Mystaria, the Realms of Lore.
We're not going to play more Dungeon Master Nexus until I have a guide. I just wanted to goof around with it.
There's never going to be a guide for this.
Just you wait. Just you wait, Dad.
Nope, it's not happening. You need to just, admit that to yourself.
It's going to be great. There's going to be hookers and and video game guides, and it's gonna be great.
You know what's very funny? There's more RPGs released for the Sega Saturn than there are the Nintendo 64.
Yeah. I mean, there's
I don't
that
think
Sam
Super
Show
was
RPG
released
for
in America.
Oh yeah,
Was
we're
Super
talking
Wars
about
released
North
in America?
America. Because otherwise we could talk about, like, I don't know, the Sam Show RPG, because that came to Saturn and PSX.
Yeah, and then there's Grandia, Lunar 1 and 2.
Yeah.
On the Saturn, so.
All right, well, that's all I had set up. I just need to... Let me see. Okay, you used RetroArch. That's how you fixed it.
Yeah, I used RetroArch. I said I used the Beetle PC Engine core on RetroArch. Yes.
Fine, I'll fucking download RetroArch.
I know it feels dirty, but it works. It's not a bad piece of software.
All right, let's Oh, it's fine.
Did I like lose control somewhere?
Yes. I'm just gonna say yes with no proof.
Oh, I hired a bunch of court positions, so now I have to pay. I have to pay for those court positions, which makes sense because that's what you do. You pay for court positions. Ah, yes. Pay me.
I try to use bespoke emulators whenever possible because they usually offer a better experience than RetroArch. But sometimes RetroArch is the best place to play 3DO games. And I hate that.
Really the darkest future.
Because
you're both playing 3DO games and using RetroArch.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Load core. Beetle PCE.
I'm getting 14 a turn. What's going on here? Do I have like vassals that don't like me or something that aren't paying their taxes?
All right, now I just need to find my desktop. Okay. Do I need to fucking put the
BIOS in the right spot?
BIOS in the right spot? Is that in documents or is it in RetroArch's?
Typically, it's in the RetroArch's
directory.
Yeah, you had to go to RetroArch and then BIOS.
Okay.
I think it's in here.
Yeah, unfortunately, they have the best 3DO core.
Sakura Wars is another one, yeah.
Yeah, but Sakura Wars didn't come out in the US.
Yeah.
Mr.
Only
reads
that's JP
yeah.
only.
Because if we're talking about Japanese Saturn RPGs, there are some.
Yeah, there's some real bangers.
If we do Sakura Wars, we can invite Bowl of Lentils to be a guest.
Then pick it.
I want to get them on board first.
Yeah.
But yes.
Isn't there like 12 of those Sakura Wars games?
There are 5.
Yeah.
Plus the reboot.
There's spin-offs. There's spin-offs also.
Yeah. They don't count.
Spin-offs are not... The spin-offs are also not good. Don't actually play them.
I think the... Alright, where the fuck do I put these BIOSes?
There's just a folder called BIOS. You just put it in there.
Alright. I don't see a folder called BIOS.
Really?
Is it under... Let's see, cores?
No, it's straight up just... Like, for me, it's C, RetroArch, and then BIOS. So if there isn't one, you could just make one.
Okay.
I have Beetle. I'm checking mine. So I have Beetle and Mednafin, so...
That would be very funny. Sorry, he could always ask for help from the people in the RetroArch Discord.
Yeah, I'm sure they're really nice.
They definitely won't crush your soul immediately.
Yeah.
Did you check the FAQs before dropping a comment in our Discord for help? That's what I've been told is the experience if you actually use their... And the thing is their own fucking websites. Join our Discord to get help and support. And then it's like, it's just a bunch of judgmental pricks.
You think this help... Do you think this help channel is for help? What the fuck is wrong with you?
My daughter's trying to kill me.
Your own website says, don't at us on Twitter. Please go to our Discord to ask for help. And then it's like, you should have read the feed. You should have searched for your question before dropping it in Discord. It's like, fuck off.
Dude, Baron Whitcomb, could you spend Could you go 5 days without torturing a child in your basement?
And also, yeah, it seems like the people who actually run RetroArch are actually a bunch of dickheads.
Oh, yeah. Alright, I see. It's under system.
Like I feel like I'm not asking a lot.
Your luck is going to be that this doesn't work for a completely different reason, like the audio gets fucked.
Yep. Relkin just wants to see me fail. That's all he gets off on these days. Can't wait for this to not work for some new reason, he says. It's not my fault RetroArch's UI is fucking dog shit.
Well, which bad UI are you using?
I'm using whatever the default Steam system... No, alright. Hold it. I need to use the other BIOS. Cause...
I can't even read that aloud, Relkin. I can't even read that aloud.
Yeah.
I'll just start cracking up.
Yeah, anyway. I love video games.
I believe Braden played a significant chunk of that Sakura Wars reboot, and
no, I played like an hour and a half. I played the first gameplay sequence, and I went, I don't want to play more of this. This sucks. Because it's a bad Muso. Which means ZP would love it.
I kind of like the game.
I know.
Honestly.
Because it's a bad Muso. Alright. System. Okay. Now will you fucking do this for me, you stupid video game? Alright, let's see.
Why am I getting acne medication ads?
Do you need some acne medication?
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Are you still pimply and youthful?
Do you have a camera attached to your computer? Has Jeff Bezos seen your face?
How long until I can extort my subjects again?
Immediately.
Don't worry, it will be a goal during a charity stream. This is our collective punishment for buying the Genesis instead of the PC Engine. True.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure we got more out of the Genesis than we ever would have gotten out of the PC Engine. I mean, would you really want to, like Splatterhouse to be the new next big thing?
Has someone who has played Splatterhouse recently? You don't. You're good. I'm good.
Like New Utopia, is that something that people should care about?
Listen, it's 90% of what people like about the PC Engine are like the weird booby games that only came out in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Which I know Mento played some of them, because of course he did. All right.
Oh, that's interesting.
There's that weird Snatcher JRPG.
All right, let's see if this works. Gotta fight all these monsters. You're not wrong.
No, it's working.
It's working, thank God.
Might and Magic 3, Hudson Soft.
Which all right. Anyway, this game's OST, this version of the game's OST is fucking bananas.
I already knew this, but my daughter...
That's gonna work?
My daughter
He looks
is
terrified.
trying to kill me.
Yeah, that orc looks like he's like, please take this helmet off my head. It's too tight.
Now, it looks like he's shitting his pants. Just like, I don't want to be here anymore. Get me out of here.
Oh.
His default name is Sir Canem.
Yeah, they couldn't fit it all. They couldn't fit Sir Cannigan. So his name is now Ted.
They couldn't just put Canigam?
No, he's a Sir.
They needed to have his title. They didn't want to disrespect him. Oh, do you just get each? Is this your whole party?
Yeah. So
could
you
you
start
have a
with the
bunch of
default
humans?
party, and then you can tweak them however you want.
Okay.
So you can give them the different portraits.
So there you have the 4 human
Maximus.
portraits, the 4 what are those, dark elves?
Yeah. And instead of making this guy a robber, let's make him a ninja.
What are things going up here, by the way, in Border?
What if you made a party of 6 orcs?
I only have 4 portraits.
Empress Kalia? What happened to Arthas?
What if it's 3 sets of twins?
Anyway, those of you at home, I would ask you to turn on your
Things,
Yes, turn on your music.
things are not going great for the undead in this universe, in this timeline. When Arthas tried to usurp his father's kingdom, like he did at the end of Frozen Throne, King Tyrannus had him executed.
Good. Are these rats licking their lips?
Yeah.
Those are moose rats.
Okay, this is the most random song I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, the music in this game is.
The music in this version of the game is bonkers bananas.
Let's see. How could I gain some stress? I know. Okay. Prince
You
Andrew,
tried smoking a lot of cigarettes and drinking a lot of coffee.
I'm gonna start a king. I'm gonna start that. I'm gonna abandon the scheme. I'm gonna start the scheme. Do a different scheme.
Yeah, this song right now is.
Might actually let that one play through.
Techno.
It is... We have the power of the CD-ROM. What are we gonna do with it? I don't know, man. Let's fucking go.
Yes, we have reached stress
Also,
level
this
2.
is the PC Engine, so there are only 2 buttons.
Didn't they have a 6-button controller? Or is that...
Probably. I believe there is a 6-button controller. Oh, yeah. How do you enter the passphrase? Why, 1 letter at a time, of course.
Great.
I need to rip this soundtrack and just make it be my pre-stream music. I'm not gonna lie.
I am acquiring wealth hand over fist, and all it is costing me is my sense of self.
Yeah, it's just it does not fit this game at all.
Yeah, but it's so good.
Is it good or is it so bad it's good?
It's wild.
What am I even doing with this money? No, yeah. Everyone will pay.
How do I...
Utilize the tribes.
How do I interact with my inventory?
Well, there's only 2 buttons, so...
Station heavy infantry damage.
I found an image of the 6-button PC Engine controller.
Okay.
It looks like a Super Nintendo controller, except with 6 face buttons.
My other favorite is my other favorite thing about the PC Engine is just think about Rondo a lot.
Yeah.
It's wild that that game was basically trapped there for like so goddamn long. Like, just the idea that they didn't think of releasing that. I mean, I guess they didn't really make many Castlevania games for the Sega.
They made one.
So. They made 2 technically, but yeah.
declare wars.
So have you just been breaking these walls down?
Yeah.
Is that a thing you can normally do in Might and Magic, or do you need a
Yes.
specific character for that?
No, it's just based on your party strength.
Okay, so these walls are meaningless, basically.
I mean,
You can only break specific walls with cracks.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also, you don't know if some of the walls are breakable or not, except if you have the break secret walls. Alright, we're gonna heal up. And then we're gonna go outside, because I want people to hear what this game's overworld theme sounds like. Alright, everyone needs experience to level up.
What the hell is going on? Why is there a person on a horse?
That's the training ground. That's how you level up.
Oh, so you have to bank experience.
You have to pay
and then
money to
spend
level
it?
up when you bank experience.
Okay. Oh god. Final Fantasy 15 is just Might and Magic, isn't it?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh no.
Anyway, Might and Magic 3, 4, and 5 are all fucking amazing video games.
Is this not one of those?
This is 3. This is maybe not the version of the game to play.
I mean, is it the same version, just with the caveat of being...
I mean, it controls better.
So this actually controls better than the other version.
The PC version controls better than this.
Oh, okay, I would imagine that's probably the case. What other versions of this exist? It's just this and
There's
that
SNES,
one, or...
there's a Sega CD version in Japan. This game was ported to everything.
Okay, I don't think I've ever seen the Super Nintendo version, but I think I might have seen the Sega CD version of this.
Money.
I need to rip this soundtrack. Weirdly enough, it's hard to find, because only weirdos care.
Can't you just rip it off of the actual CD?
I probably can. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's all I wanted to show. Because I think this game's as good a stand-in as any for, like, hey, a lot of Wizardry games were on consoles.
They sure were, and that's how Japan got addicted.
And, you know, the Famicom version of Wizardry is super important, and it is, like...
Hey, I'd like you to pay me a little bit of money.
I'm sorry,
Thanks,
Harley,
Anduin.
I can't.
Not you. Talking to Anduin.
Alright, is Joku fucking playing a different Castlevania game now? He is! He's playing Aria of Sorrow!
Oh, one of the good ones. Wow.
Yeah. Alright, thanks.
Why would you say that this is one of the bad ones? Totally fine.
I don't like any Castlevania games.
Okay. Okay, Dad. Thanks everyone for watching. Foul the sanctity of his place now.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night, guys.